Let's do something that we always look forward to.
Yes.
Don't we? Because it's a lot of fun and it's fascinating and it's Andrew. It does. It's Andrew Eborn's Fake or Fact. Morning to you.
Good morning, and it's a joy to be back. And I tell you what, we will do a fake or fact on the COVID inquiry because I like the idea of an inquiry into an inquiry.
Well, I don't like the idea of it, but I think it's inevitable.
It is inevitable, and we can work out the fact from the fiction because that's what we do in this section every week. And what I love is that more and more people are suggesting things.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
And so, people at home, if you've got a story you want us to look at, do write in at Andrew Eborn, at Octopus TV, and at GB News, and we'll look at that. At GB News. I remember where I am.
Yeah,
it's got to be good.
So, what have you got for us?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's many anniversaries this week, including the death of Nelson Mandela. Now, interesting one. I'll tell you why it's interesting, because a lot of people don't remember when it was. When was it? Which year?
Oh.
Which year?
Point each. The closest one. Hazard a guess.
I'm going to say 2017.
2017,
No,
Anne?
a bit further back, I'd say 2010.
2010 is not bad. It's actually the 10th anniversary. I'll give that to Anne. It's the 10th anniversary, so 2013. He died on the 5th of December. But I'll tell you why it's important. There's something called the Mandela Effect, which you might have heard of, which came as a result of Fiona Broome, who in 2009 basically felt that Nelson Mandela, together with lots of others, felt that he had died in prison in the 1980s.
Really?
And so she coined this phrase called the Mandela Effect. And there's a number of these, which are basically, it's a truth, many different people having the same false memory. And I thought what we'd do today, in honour of Nelson Mandela, is have a look at some of those. So, for example, 81 years ago, also this week, Casablanca was released.
Yeah.
You remember the Casablanca? So who in Casablanca said the line, "Play it again, Sam"?
Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Do you want to hazard a guess? There's Humphrey Bogart or Ingrid Bergman. There they are.
Well, no, it would be.
No, it was
her.
nobody. It was nobody.
It was her.
Her. Bergman.
Anne is absolutely right. It's one of the most misquoted lines in that sort of thing. It is, in fact, Bergman, which is right. And the line was Elsa, that's her character, says, "Play it, Sam." Humphrey Bogart didn't say anything at all.
No, she says, "Play it, Sam," and then she says again, "Play it."
Very good. I'll give you both one of those.
She never said, "Play it again, Sam."
So "Play it again, Sam" is one of the most misquoted things on that sort of stuff.
Well, it's a bit like Sherlock Holmes never said in the books, "Elementary, my dear Watson."
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, never said.
Mirror, mirror upon the wall, who's the greatest of them all? That was never said.
Wasn't it?
That was never said. No, it's magic mirror on the wall, who's the greatest of them all. So all of these are what's called Mandela Effect. There's another one, Monopoly. At Christmas time, we're all getting the Monopoly kits out. So the Monopoly man, does he have a monocle? I've got a picture of him here. Does he have a monocle or no monocle?
He's got a monocle.
Got a monocle?
Hasn't got a monocle.
Hasn't got a monocle. OK, good heavens. Anne is motoring today. I love it. He hasn't got a monocle. And a lot of people, again, it's the Mandela Effect. And the reason they make the mistake, they probably think of the Planters Peanuts chap.
And mixing him up with another character.
It is. I've got a picture of him as well. I do my research for this.
Right.
This is the Planters picture character who's got his monocle, and there he is.
There you go.
That's what he looks like, and that's what people are confusing with at Christmas time. OK, Fruit of the Loom logo. You know the Fruit of the Loom logo?
Oh, right, yes.
And it's got a cornucopia, or doesn't have a cornucopia. This is what they look like. I'll pull that up there.
Oh, right.
Which of those is the correct logo?
It's the second one.
Second one?
So without the cornucopia.
Without the cornucopia.
I think I'd go for that as well.
Well, OK, you are both right. You're motoring, absolutely. It is without the cornucopia, but a lot of people assume that it's there. Right, Tale of Two Tales. OK, you ready for this? Pokemon is one of the most valuable media franchises in the world, worth over $100 billion, what they reckon. $100 billion. Pikachu's tail, do you remember little Pikachu? Here he is.
Yeah.
One of them's got a little black marking on, and one hasn't. Which is the right one?
I'll go with the black marking.
Black marking,
I'll
Fran?
go with the one without.
One without? You are, in fact, right. A lot of people think he's got a black marking, but, in fact, it's all yellow, his tail.
You know what you've just done? You've done the right one, has always been on the right of the screen.
So I might mix it up a bit. Look at you. Right is right and left is wrong.
Well, that can be... I've watched those... detective movies where they show mugshots to
That's right.
and there's always a preference for the one on the right, I think.
And you're absolutely right, because what happens, and it's this language pattern that you can influence things. So when people are doing surveys, just watch very carefully the change in language and how you can sort of basically lead people. So if you ask somebody, did you see a black car or did you see the black car, all of a sudden you're changing the evidence on that sort of thing. So you're quite right to spot those language patterns. Talking about that sort of stuff, then Curious George, talking about tails, OK? Here's two pictures. Curious George the monkey. Which one's right?
Well,
one with the tail or one without the tail? He's a monkey.
He's got to have a tail.
Yeah, except the one on the right is probably the right one.
what are you going...
Anne's in a conundrum.
There you go. What do you reckon?
Well, you'd think he'd have to have a tail.
You'd think he'd have to have a tail?
The fact that you're asking means that it's probably that he hasn't got a tail.
OK.
I'm saying tail.
You'll say tail. Anne, I'll tell you what, you're on fire today. Anne, you're absolutely right. He has no tail.
How can
Isn't
you draw a
that
monkey without a
shocking?
tail?
Isn't that shocking?
Poor George.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, we talked about Pikachu and the whole Pokemon franchise. One of the biggest ones, far, far away in a galaxy, not too far from here. Star Wars have made about 70 billion glorious things on Star Wars. And I go along to all these little festivals, and there's a picture of me with a Wookiee the size of a totem pole. There we go. It's glorious and that sort of stuff. I've got a few of these.
I want to go to one of those.
Oh, yeah, I'll take you. I'll come and see your Wookiee. We get various other ones as well. There's me on the set, which is glorious as well.
Wonderful.
But one of those sort of things, talking about the language then, who said, Luke, I am your father? Luke, I am your father. Who said that line?
I get it. I don't think it was ever said.
I don't think it was ever said.
Look at you, see, we're on a pattern, we're a roll here. It was never said. Again, it's one of the biggest quoted things. James Earl Jones.
What did he actually say?
Do you know?
I just said, did you say, I am your father?
He did. No, I am your father. No, I am your father. He didn't say, Luke, I am your father. I'm going to give you. I'll give you both a point for that. I'm feeling generous, which is good. Mirror, mirror on what we did. Christmas songs. You got time for Christmas songs?
Hold on. Because I see on the list, what colour is C-3PO?
Oh, you see. Well, come on.
See that one because
do you know what colour he is?
Gold.
Gold. There are Stephen. Anne, do you know?
Gold.
Do you say gold as well? Totally gold? 100% gold?
Wait.
Oh.
No. Oh, you see a picture on the right. This is on the radio. This will drive you nuts. But the picture on the right shows C-3PO, gold, but with one silver leg.
Well, that depends which film.
Oh, this is rather good, isn't it?
He had the leg injured and it had to be replaced.
So there's a new leg at one point, and also in one of the films he has a red arm.
Oh, look at you. This is very good. This is excellent. So what do you think, which one's right?
Both.
Is the right or the left right?
Left's right.
So the left one is the one with on the screen.
Completely gold.
Completely gold, is Stephen saying. Anne?
Well, I've always thought he was completely gold.
You would always thought it was completely gold.
But I'm saying both are right.
You're saying
say both.
Both are right. Well, I think Anne's more right than the other. So the reality is he does have a silver leg. So when he started, this was the whole sort of principle. And you know what C3PO, other than Charles III Post Office, which see what I did there? You changed all of those. Do you know what it stands for?
No, well, he's a translator, isn't he?
Yeah. It's like ChatGPT, isn't it?
Yes, I don't know.
A commercial crew and cargo programme office. And I'll tell you what, we can make people lots of money in a pub. Time for a music one?
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
OK, so this will be I'll Be Home for Christmas, You Can on Me. Bing Crosby sang it, Elvis Presley sang it, the Carpenters sang it, Barry Como.
Lie or depend, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yes, very good. I'll Be Home for Christmas, You Can...
Depend.
Depend?
Don't know. I don't know the song.
I
think we can play...
I'll be home for Christmas. You depend on me. Depend.
Depend. Say depend and say depend.
Yeah, go on then.
Well, it can either be count, depend, or plan.
Count.
Count. You can count on me. Right. Well, I think we have a little clip. We're allowed to play it. Play this clip. Here we go. This is...
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me.
It was planned, I know, and so many people get it wrong because they all assume it's count. Not many people say depend, but I think that's.
You'll depend.
I'm going to give you a half because at least you're right.
Keep giving out all these points.
I like it. You're very colourful.
I'm steaming ahead.
I'll tell you what, here's another Christmas one. Voted the Christmas #1 movie forever, which is bizarre. Die Hard.
Oh yes.
So something which has gone viral this week is a new Die Hard movie in 2024. We've got a poster of it as well because I'm good like that.
No.
Starring John Krasinski. Here he is. Look, he's got the white tee on, white vest on. Now, Jim, as you probably know, he basically, John rather, he played Jim Halpert in The Office in 2005.
He's a great actor.
Fantastic, isn't he? He was married, still is, I think, to that sort of, to Emily Blunt. He played Jack Ryan, and he's also been in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So do you reckon it's right? Is there going to be a 2024 one starring John Krasinski?
No.
Ye of little little faith.
Because you can't...
You can't remake Die Hard.
It's
Bruce Willis.
It's Bruce Willis, and, I mean, God love him, he's not well at the moment, but it wouldn't be right to replace it.
And even though that is something that's gone out and millions of views, and people say, oh, my God, it's so exciting, the reality is that particular picture, which is a real picture of him, you reverse... Remember, we do this, we reverse image search, and it comes from a still from 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. That's where that still was from. But to our knowledge, they'll probably make it now, but to our knowledge, there's nothing suggesting it's going to happen. So all the big Die Hard fans, you're going to rest with Bruce Willis for the time being, which is interesting.
Well, yeah, it's interesting you get these franchises, and sometimes you just need to be left alone.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Bruce Willis has got a phase here at the moment. He's always my poster boy for AI, because he basically licensed his name and image to a Russian telecom company for zillions of dollars, and they basically use that, and he can still earn money even when he's doing it. And that is the future for actors, as we always talk about that.
And Emily Blunt is still married to John Krasinski.
There you go. See, there's breaking news here, which is got to be...
Breaking news, they're still married.
They're still married. They still will be over Christmas, because they're going to love all that sort of... Do we have time for one more?
Yes.
We do? OK, so you remember the Pope and a Puffer. Look at this picture over here.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, it's a great shot,
It's a great Pope and a Puffer. And I told you beforehand about AI images, yes, and how you can spot them. The neck's not quite right, the extremities, the fingers, and so on and so forth. Well, we are advancing every week with AI, and there's a new thing that's gone viral, which is Big Ben in a North Face jacket. Have a look at this.
Oh, wow.
That's
Now, this is a video, and what you can see is the advances that we've had. You've got some people in the front, so you can see it's actually moving.
Yeah.
They've got their North Face jackets on as well.
It looks like it's shot on a camera.
Isn't that great?
Phone.
The interesting thing, as we play that again, you'll see they've made a couple of mistakes, though, because it's much better than just the still. So if you look at the camera which they're filming it on, they've actually got no image at all, so they're not taking a photo, so they've missed a trick there. But it's getting so if you look, if somebody holds up their phone, you'll see what they're recording on it.
Yeah.
So on that particular one, there isn't an image there at all. But isn't that good? And the way it's advanced from the Pope with a Puffer. So all the time, the whole idea about fake images is incredible. But what's happened, many companies now, we've got free vote. It does look fantastic, doesn't it?
How would you... I mean, the thing is, though, unless you're going to... I mean, for your average Joe...
Yes.
How would you know?
You're going to look... If you see that on Twitter or whatever, you're just going to go, what the hell is going
And that's
on?
what people do. It was shared 4 million times, thinking that, hang about...
I'd go especially down to London.
You would, but wouldn't you do that? And this is why I always say question everything. And this is what we love to do here. We highlight the ways that you can look at what we're doing, because this is a diseased information age, and we're drowning in that sort of stuff.
We've got one more, apparently, we can do.
OK, which one do you want to do?
The Looney Tunes.
Oh, you want to do the Looney Tunes one? OK, so which one... Oh, that's a good one to finish on, actually. So which one of these is correct, then? Let's have a look at this. So it's Looney Tunes, as in cartoons, or is it Looney Tunes as in music?
Ooh, that's
Tunes.
Which one?
T-O-O-N-S.
T-O-O-N-S, as in tunes, a bit of a vowel movement. And you can have a look at that sort of thing.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, wait, which one? Final answer?
Well, I'm going to go for the right-hand one, the Looney Tunes.
You're going to go for the tunes, as in cartoons, and Stephen is going for that one as well?
No, I'm going for... No, Anne's going for the other one.
You're
going for tunes.
Tunes?
I'm going for tunes.
Your tunes. Well, I can tell you that Anne, yet again, is storming ahead, because it is Looney Tunes, is what you said, as in the music, and which is incredible. So I can tell you that the score at the end of that is Anne got 10.5 and Stephen got 5, and that's all, folks. Looney Tunes. I thank you.
Hey.
Why is that? Why have we got that so wrong, though?
But, no, you're superimposing your thought of the word tunes. You think it fits. But I think it was actually always the music. It was about the music.
It was, and that's what, and it's the cartoons and the tunes, and this is all about the Mandela Effect and how you're reversing memories.
That's
from
so
that
clever. Well, mind you, there's a whole generation of people who don't know how to spell beetle.
That's right.
Oh.
Because they
As
think...
in the Beatles?
Because well, they don't have the beetle as in an actual little beetle. They think it's spelled B-E-A.
Yeah.
That's not.
But that's what we're doing. This is what I love about this thing. It's the educational side. So do write in. We'd love to hear from people,
Yes,
and we'll do many more next week.
Andrew, and he can uncover some more amazing mysteries.
You've got 10 seconds, Andrew. Why? You came in saying that's the colour of watch faces this year. Why did you say that?
Oh, well, because it is. This is anybody. This is the colour of this year. In fact, it's for new colour. Very rare.
Well, there you go.
Good idea for shopping things.
Excellent stuff. Well, that is it from us. Ellie and Peter are here with Saturday Morning Live in just a moment, and we shall see you tomorrow morning at 6.
Have a good Saturday.